Howdy. So the previous video showed a 15-minute meditation. This one will be 30 minutes. Now, if you're a new meditator, sitting for 30 minutes without wiggling can be difficult. So I wouldn't even try this unless you've done maybe 10 or so other meditations and are somewhat comfortable sitting for 15 minutes without squirming. Now, when I started to set up for this video 10 minutes ago, I could hear the football game from the high school near me. And so I figured I'd talk a little bit about that before we start. Not about the game in particular, but about disturbances and how we can use that to practice our stress reduction techniques. So I'll tell a little story, and if anyone out there knows me in real life, you've probably already heard this, but after I started meditating, maybe a year or two after I started meditating, I moved to a new place near university, and I lived in the top floor of a house, and below me, on the bottom floor, were some undergrads, and they listened to something called straight edge. And I had no idea what it was, but turns out the kids like to play it loud. And when I first heard that, my first reaction was, oh, they shouldn't be playing that music so loud. And then I stopped for a minute, and I realized that this would be a good opportunity for me to practice my stress reduction skills, because when they did play the music, it was usually for only a short period of time. And so what I did was, when I heard the music, I could feel myself getting angry. I know that there's thoughts running through my head that, oh, they shouldn't be playing that music loud, and why are they doing that? This is I'm trying to study. I could sense the earliest signs of the anxiety or anger or whatever it was. I could feel it, and then when I'd feel it, I would just relax my body and return my focus. Usually, I'd be reading or working on the computer or studying or something like that. Return my focus to something. Not a formal meditation, but while I was just living my day, I was able to recall my stress reduction techniques and prevent myself from getting in that cycle where I start dwelling on how they shouldn't be playing the music loud. And so that was good practice for me. And like I said, I was kind of lucky in that they played the music for about 45 minutes, and usually that was it. Only a couple times I went down there because they played the music at 2 o'clock in the morning, and one time was an accident, the guy didn't know, and one time they were having a party that was closing. But for the most part, I just accepted it and moved on. And so now, I just said the word acceptance. This is something that people might have told you to do over and over. Oh, just accept your situation, and you won't get so stressed about it. Well, the thing is, when someone says to accept something, that's not what we call in psychology an operational definition. How do you go about accepting something? Well, the things I've been talking about in these videos are that operational definition. I accepted the music playing by preventing myself from getting too upset about it, preventing my thoughts from dwelling on it. And what I did was take some deep breaths, relax my body, and return my focus. In many cases, my focus was studying, not formal meditation. A couple times I did meditation. That technique helped me to develop acceptance of that issue. So something to remember. And let's go ahead and get ready. I have to get my bell. So let's remember that little story if you hear the football announcer, I just heard the announcer again, maybe they had a break. Maybe it's halftime, I don't know. And instead of saying that football announcer should turn down the speaker, simply return the focus to yourself, identify the stress that's building, relax the muscles, relax your whole body, return your focus to the breath. Use counting. If you're a new meditator, you're still going to be counting to help reduce those thoughts from entering your head. As you become a more experienced meditator, you can reduce or eliminate the counting and simply sit with a quiet mind and observe your surroundings without reacting to them as much. You won't be completely non-reactive. So let's begin. And I'll talk a lot in the first 15 minutes and help guide you, and then I will reduce the guidance. So just take a few deep breaths. And direct your focus to your breath, the feeling that the breath makes in your nose or wherever you feel it the most. Just observe the feeling. And begin counting. You can set the pace. If you're a new meditator, you might try counting 1, 2 on the in-breath and 3, 4 on the out-breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can use more or less counting as need be. Focus on the breath. And let's begin physical relaxation. We'll start at the head. And relax the muscles in the face, around the eyes, the cheeks, and around the mouth, and around the jaw. And relax the muscles in the back of the neck without slouching. And relax the muscles in the lower neck and the shoulders. Maybe your shoulders will fall a bit as they relax. Continuing to focus on the breath. And relax the upper arms, the lower arms, your hands and fingers. Feel the muscles in your hands and fingers and relax. And let's go back and relax the muscles in the face again, around the eyes, around the mouth. Back of the neck, shoulders. And the arms, the hands, relax. And relax the muscles in the upper back without slouching. The lower back. And the chest, abdomen area. And relax your upper legs, your thighs, relax your lower legs, and your feet. Focusing on the breath, counting as needed.